Welcome everyone. We are live and getting ready for another excellent class. Thank you for being here. Today, we will have the option of using some fitness props for doing up dog stretch and possibly another posture. So I have these dumbbells that have flat bottoms, or they're kind of like a six-pointed shape, and you can hold on to them like yoga bars. If you have yoga bars, even better. And if you don't have any of these things, don't worry one bit. You can use your fists, or you can just do normal up dog with palms down. And some people don't even do up dog because their back doesn't feel good doing that. So you can always do like a sphinx on your elbows. But up dog on the weights or the bars is good for the wrists and helps you to open up in your shoulders and chest a little bit. So we're going to optionally use that toward the end of practice. And as always, we're going to do a nice little warm up to begin practice. So go ahead and stand up nice and tall. Draw in your core, lift your chest, take some deep breath. Continue taking deep breath. Breathe deeper all the while, and let's tuck the chin while continuing to lift the spine and the chest. Gently roll out the neck. And then tuck the chin to the chest. Really lift the chest and then renew the lift of the head. Bring the arms up, weave the fingers, and push up through the palms. Set the shoulders, drawing the core, tuck the glutes just a tad, and now bend and extend the arms numerous times. All the while, deep quality breath. And relax the arms. And let's go ahead and lift the arms just a bit and twist side to side. And come back to center. And we're ready for our first downward dog. So go ahead and take upward salute and exhale, hands down, downward dog. Walk the feet back, lift the hips high. This is also called the mountain pose. Knees down. Let's go ahead and soften down, fold the arms, lower the head, and just take a nice long child's pose to relax. Breathe deep. Remember, it's good to rest anytime you need throughout practicing. Breathe so that your spine stretches. You feel the rib cage stretch, and you really enjoy a little bit of extra time grounding and relaxing. We'll use this later to rest, but right now we're not tired. We don't need rest, at least not from today's practice. We might be tired from life a little bit, but we just need to remember that rest is good and relaxation is key. We want to maintain that as we get to the harder portions of practice. let's go ahead and come back to a downward dog. So pass through a hands and knees position, push into the legs, lift the hips high. Now we'll walk the dog. And when you're done walking the dog, press through the legs, lift the hips, head down, hips high. And knees on the ground. Let's go ahead and extend the tops of the feet, then extend the right leg, lift just hip height, lift the left arm. Switch sides. And go ahead, come back to the right side, lift, flex the foot, take the ankle above the knee. And then switch sides. Very good. Release from that. The hamstrings are nice and charged up now. Let's go ahead and lower all the way. Inhale, lift just the chest. Hold here a little bit. Then lift the hands. Hold here a little bit. Then take the arms back. Really loop the shoulders back and do your best to open in the chest without overdoing the back strength. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Push back. Downward dog. Take a plank position, top of a push-up. And then lower position. Now take a locust where you lift the legs and chest. And lower. Next is cobra, using the arms but just a little bit, shoulders back and down. And exhale, release. Using the core and lift, push into the legs, dog stretch. And knees down. Let's go ahead and turn to the side and walk or hop the feet lightly apart. And bend the right knee once, then the left. Come on back to center, draw into the core, stand up tall. Open the arms on the right foot, make sure the right foot really opens, and take warrior two. And relax the arms and legs. And turn the back foot in, opening up the left foot, spreading up. Very good. Let's come back to that first side, opening up the right foot, turning the back foot in. Warrior two, warrior lift, maybe even a deeper release, reverse warrior. Keep lunging into it, and then take side angle. Keep opening the chest, spiral open, abs in, breathing. Back to warrior two, sit low into it, and relaxing arms and legs. Turn the back foot in, open the left foot all the way. Warrior two, the hips are level. Warrior lift or a deeper stretch back if you can keep lunging and keep the core supporting your back. Feeling good in the pose, breathing, side angle. Opening the chest. Back to warrior two. And relaxing the arms and the legs. Centering the feet and hinging down. And bending the left knee once. And then the right. Come back to center. Now roll the back, round the back, and bend the knees. Lengthen the spine. And round the back, and bend the knees. Lengthen the spine. Round the back, and bend the knees. Lengthen the spine. Couple more. And then come to neutral legs, neutral spine. Take a few extra breaths, just holding the stretch. And go ahead and stand on tall. Stand on up tall again. Your core is drawn in as you move. You bring the feet back to center and then stand completely together. You may want to hold on to a wall for this next bit. We're going to do tree pose. Do the partial tree with the toes on the ground. Have the heel on the calf or have the foot high up. Dig the heel into the thigh. Open the knee, hip back. Option to have the arms partially lifted or more extended. And release. Let's go ahead and take the other side. Partial tree. Come up higher or go really high into the thigh. And push the heel into the muscle. It will bring circulation into your muscle and help you stay put. Keep these two areas opening in opposition. Arms partially lifted or fully. Abs in. Steady gaze. Looking at the floor is helpful. Breathe. And release. Let's take chair pose with the feet parallel. Utkatasana. Do a little bit or do very deep into the chair. Breathe. And hold. Downward dog pose. Walk back and lift the low back, lift the hips high. You're lifting all of the spine, but typically round in the low back. So lift the hips. You might need to bend the knees for that. You want to have a very strong pyramid-like shape, like a steep mountain. That's why the original name for this was mountain pose, inspired by the mountains in North India, very tall Himalayan mountains. And knees down. Let's go ahead and lower all the way down. Inhale, Cobra Pose. And exhale, lower. Bring the hands a little lower, like to the low ribs. And inhale, upward dog. And then engage the core and push back into the legs, downward dog. Long, slow, deep breath. Child's pose. And go ahead, come to sitting or kneeling. Let's take a big step up with the right foot. Runner's pose. Work on lifting the chest and then lengthen the back leg. Lift the chest a little more, have the fingers hovering, stay like this, or lift even higher and extend the arms, working on the core. And hands down, left hand down, and turn the left hand to the left. Right arm up. And come on down. Exhale, downward dog. And inhale, plank. Knees down, elbows down, and walk the legs way back. Drop the hips, elbow plank. Sphinx. And if you like, lengthen the arms. Come on back down. Hands alongside chest. Use the core and lift. Exhale, downward dog. And knees down. Child's pose. Deep breath. And when you're ready, Go ahead and come on up, sitting or kneeling. Big step up with the opposite foot, the left side most likely. And work on lifting the chest, then lift the back leg. Make the back leg very strong. Notice how by toning the muscle more, you stretch a little deeper in the hips. And then lift, come onto either the fingertips or hold the knee. Option to extend the arms and really work on the posterior core. And hands down. Right hand turns to the right, left arm up. Back leg strong. Deep, deep breath. And come on down. And push back into downward dog. And inhale, plank. And again, going through the sequence, elbows down. Walk the legs way back, drop the hips. Part the shoulder blades. Breathe. And then Sphinx. And lower all the way, extend the arms. Inhale, lift the arms and legs. And exhale, release. Bring hands and feet together. Let's do that again. Lift. And lower. And then bring the elbows back. Another round of the Sphinx. Really emphasizing the openness of the chest. Breathing deep into that space. Yeah. Come on down. Use the core to lift, downward dog. And knees down again. Let's turn to the side and walk or hop the feet apart. Lengthen out. Breathe. Draw into the abdominals. Let's stand up tall. Open the right foot all the way. Turn the back foot in. Lengthen through the arms. Next is triangle pose. Keep the body in line with the legs and the chest open. You can have your bottom hand higher, especially if you need to for alignment. You should definitely do that. Otherwise, eventually you hold the ankle or the floor even. Open the chest. Breathe. And draw into the core, push into the legs. Let's stand on up. Turn the back foot up. Open that left leg. And take triangle pose. Trikona asana. Long rib cage, long legs, long breath. Steady as we hold. And push into the legs, draw into the abdominals. And slowly walk the feet closer. Open the toes. Do a few plies in the Devi Asana, the goddess squat. Knees wide, groin opens. And bend the knees. Use the hands to help the knees widen. Either stay like this, or if the hands can stay wider on their own, we lift the arms and sit low. Breathing all the while. And go ahead and stand on up. That was good. Bring the feet slowly closer together. And then eventually stand up completely together. Stretching the right ankle, the right thigh by holding the ankle or the foot. Knees hug in, lift the left arm or hold the ledge or the wall for support. And switching sides. And release. Very good. The legs are so refreshed now, charged with energy, breath, and circulation. We're ready for another chair pose. Do the chair of your level, maybe a little bit medium or very deep. When you go lower than the knees, it stops being hard on strength. It starts being more of an ankle stretch. So go low, but not too low. When your hips are just barely above your knees, that's the best for strengthening. And downward dog. And knees down. Child's pose. Let's come to sitting or kneeling. Then take a big step up with the right foot. Back leg down, back heel down, warrior one. Virabhadrasana A. Deep breath. Downward dog. If you like, work into the up dog, either through a chaturanga or sometimes you just sweep through it. Up dog, down dog. Child's pose. And come on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up through the left foot. Back foot down. Rise on up, glutes down, abs in, arms up. Steady gaze and breath. A little bit more. Exhale, down dog. Knees down, lower all the way. Inhale, locust. Arms reach back, legs and chest lift. Emphasize the opening of the chest and rolling into the knees for freedom in the sacrum. And come on down. Take Cobra Pose, where you use the arms a bit. Lift, keep the elbows a little bit bent. Shoulders loop open, reach back through the feet. Deep breath. Holding, and continue to breathe. Come on down, place the hands back alongside the hips. Rotate the head to the right. And rotate the head to the left. And head comes back to center. Use the core and lift. Exhale, downward dog. Wag the dog so you feel good in the low back. And breathe. Yeah. when you're ready, go ahead and, if you have them, get your bars or your weights. And now we're going to do the sustained upward dog. Feel free to do the sustained up dog just with flat palms or with your knuckles. That's intense on the knuckles, but it creates that same extra height and same straightness of the wrist. So the wrists have a little less pressure. The shoulders can lift and open a little more. So we'll take a hands and knees position, lower A part bow. Have the hands kind of near the low ribs. Either do a cobra or a sphinx if you don't like holding up dog. Otherwise, we're going to lift the thighs more, lift and open the chest. Up dog, extra height, extra deep breath, extra opening. Really loop the shoulders back. And then use the core. Soften the knees down, rearrange the hands. Downward dog. Wag the dog, loosen up the low back. And knees down. Let's do that again. Now feel free just to do any back bend that you prefer if this doesn't work for you, or do some twists if your back's feeling tight and uncomfortable. Otherwise, take the up dog, really lift, let the hip flexors stretch. The upper abdominals, the chest, the low core is drawing in to support the low back, breathing all the while, really lifting out of the shoulders. Upward dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Only lifting the head if your chest is really lifting. Stay open in the heart and lungs, breathe. And then again, slowly, downward dog. And we will come down, maybe set our tools to the side. Put the right arm under, lay down into it. And put the left arm under, lay down into it. Come back to center. Extend the right leg and lift. Lift the left arm. Switch sides. Continue to stay strong in your circulation in your core. And when you've done both sides, we can transition to sitting. Sit. And bring the legs out from underneath. The legs can be a little bit on the wide side. Roll the right thigh. Keep sitting tall. Roll the left leg. And then go ahead and bend the left leg in. Hold the right foot. And extend the leg. Modified Kranjasana. Really lifting the chest. Breathing. Release. And switch. Hips draw back. Holding the foot. And extend the leg. Lift the chest. Shoulders pull back. Breathing. and release. Sitting cross-legged, let's take a forward bend. Come on back to center. Relax the arms, sit very, very tall. Let's close the eyes and take about 5 deep breaths with the eyes closed. Just very simple, quiet time. Come on back to the body. Notice which leg is the first one forward. We're going to try and remember that. Okay, so for me, it's my left leg, but whichever one it is for you. We're going to do the opposite next, but first we'll do a straddle. So open up into a nice wide straddle. Lift the arms, draw into the abdominals, and come forward. Thighs rolling back, chest reaching forward, and of course, we're breathing. Come on back. Now let's stretch toward the right leg. And come on back. Stretch toward the opposite leg. Deep, deep breath. When you're released from that stretch, switch to the other leg into a cross-legged position. Remember which one was the opposite? Okay, for me, my left was forward first. Now I'm on my right. Maybe it's different for you, but try and remember the opposite. Relax the arms, sit really, really tall. Close the eyes, need some time to breathe, relax, and chill. Come on, back to the body. Next is a forward bend. Deep, deep breath. Yeah. Forward bend. And let's switch, being prepared to lower on the back. Come back and down, take knees to chest. Feet to the ground, butterfly. Knees open, letting the groin just stretch. Now let's open the arms, take the legs to the left, right arm out to the side. And other side. And when you feel nice and complete, come back to center. And now let's take Shavasana. Lower the feet to the ground, lengthen through the legs, open up the arms a little bit. Make sure you're supported. Maybe use cozy blankets or a pillow under the head. And then close the eyes and take time just to be soft with the emotion. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Back to knees to chest. And take a comfortable seat. All. Breathe deep. Let's do a clear, open mouth, exhale. And then inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. I run these classes based on donations, so if you're able to, check out the links below for either Venmo or PayPal. And yeah, hit me up if you have any questions in the comment section, or just leave a positive response. If you don't have donations to give, share with your friends. That's a great way to contribute. Also liking, commenting, subscribing. I really appreciate all of that. I usually do both, but if I travel and I only have one device, I always put it on YouTube for the live. And they all get saved to YouTube for the live. So perhaps you're watching this later, but if you are watching this live, I hope you enjoyed very much. I do if you are not watching this live as well. And I look forward to more soon. So we're going to have some special events in weeks and months. And as always, we'll have Vinyasa on Saturday. So check that out. And I will catch you all more later. Take care and ciao for now.